Hello and welcome to part 2 of the massive Vinegar Syndrome haul. I did the first part in May. Was it May? No, I ordered them in May. I did it about June, July last year. And I talked about 55 movies around that arrived for me from the halfway to Black Friday sale that was in May. This is from the Black Friday sale. Now I'm only showing 3 of them here because they're all in a box on the ground. It'll take forever to try to pile them here and everything else. But I'm just going to talk about the VSAs first. So I've talked about these before. These are their special editions that are released on, or were initially only on video or never on DVD or Blu-ray, and they've gone straight to Blu-ray now. Mostly forgotten movies. Some of these I've never heard of. Some I've heard mention of. Others I've never heard of. I've never heard of this movie, but it sounded deadly, so I got it. So I'm going to talk about these first, and I'm going to move on to just a plethora of fucking stuff that I got from Vinegar Syndrome this time. And I'm going to try to be quicker because my last video doing this was an hour. So first up is Grave, as I mentioned just there. This one is with... I'm already out of forgetting his fucking name. Your man Giovanni Ribisi's in it. It's actually fresh artwork all the way through. I don't think this is original artwork at all. Usually their VSAs will have new artwork done and then on the back classic artwork, but this just seems to be its own thing, which I much prefer. I think this is a much nicer fucking box than the way the other VSAs will have original artwork and then old artwork, and then it's the same on the inside. So if you slide that out, so that's the image that's on the back there, which I think looks pretty nice. Otherwise it's just that image again. I have to try and remember this fucker's name or I'm going to go mad. Keith David's in it, Craig Sheffer, Eric Roberts, Donald Logue, Anthony Michael Hall, Giovanni Ribisi, and Josh Charles. So, like a lot of these, your man Craig Sheffer anyway, you'd recognise his face. Really fucking nice edition of it. Comes with a poster, which has, I would fold it out, but it's just those two images front and back again. Standard enough disc. That's the same as that cover? Yeah, it is. So there's the cover, and then, as I said, on the reverse is that cover again, just without the borders. But really fucking nice. This is probably the nicest looking VSA they've done, purely because it's not as repetitive. Even though it's the same images, it's slightly different, because they can be a bit repetitive, and that's a bit annoying. This is out of 5,000, number 3,251, and normally these are a bit poxy sliding back in. I think could be Action USA thinking of. This one slid in pretty easy as far as I remember. No, this one's a bit poxy. See, the problem is it's slightly thin at the end there, so it catches on the plastic here and can kind of ripple it. So you have to kind of expand it a little bit without wrecking it, hopefully. And then it should slide in. So that's the first one. Fucking absolute beaut. Looking forward to watching it because it's a gritty 90s crime movie which seems to have just disappeared, and it's a bit of an adventure, prison-y type thing. These two are special. These are very fucking special, purely because they're completely out of print, but they found some leftovers that are unnumbered because all the numbered ones are gone. There's only 4,000 of each of these. But Vinegar Syndrome managed to find some more, and these went on sale, for me anyway, at 5:01 a.m. and they were sold out by 5:03 a.m. So I just about fucking got these. And they are Action USA and LA Wars. This was released last year, and it was in print for a while, but it went out of print towards the end of the year. Like, shit, I'm annoyed I missed that now because I actually wanted to get it. And I watched it, and it's fucking great crack. This one, I didn't even know they had. It was out of print so long. I think it was 2019 or 2020. But I saw they reviewed it on Best of the Worst. Red Letter Media did a video on it. And it looked like fun, and then it just got crazily violent, so I said, alright, I gotta fucking get this film. The only available version of it was Vinegar Syndrome, and it was out of print, so I thought, shit, I'll never get a copy of that. And then Christmas came early, and I managed to fucking get this, and I'm delighted. So I'll talk about it first. This is what I mean with these older ones as well. So that's the original shitty VHS artwork that you would have saw. And that's the new artwork by the dude Designs. He does a lot of the stuff for Vinegar Syndrome. There's a couple in there that he does. That slides out. So I usually have the reverse on that side anyway. I like the yellow on the side there, but I always had the reverse of this side, even though you could use this as the front. This feels like the front. So there's the two of them. I love how shite the fucking blood effect is on him as well. It's clearly drawn on. Again, same posters on either side, and There's the original artwork. But yeah, seems to be some decent features on it as well. See, as I said before, with a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff, some of them are quite light on extras. They're good extras, but there's not a lot of them, which can be a bit annoying. But this looks like it'll be good crack, and it just looks like fucking mayhem. And again, Red Letter Media scratched the surface on these fucking movies. So there's a lot of crack to be had with them that I don't even know about. And there's at the top there, so they just dashed them because they just had a couple left over. They said, "Here, we'll fucking get rid of these." So delighted to have this. Not really more rare, but sort of rare because it's not even numbered. So it's outside that 4,000. It's a very special version of it, and I'm fucking glad to have it. And Action USA, same thing again. This one slid in pretty fucking handy. There's the artwork on the back as well, which I had here. Eagle-eyed people might recognise him as Mac's dad from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This was fucking hugely entertaining. Again, cheap, crazy, over the top, daft, bloody, squibby, fucking late 80s. What was it? 90s? It was 88, yeah. I think that was 94. Or LA Wars was. But just littered with fucking crack. I had a lot of fucking fun with that when I watched it. And glad I now fucking have the lovely fucking VSA version, which I thought I'd never get because it went out of print. Because when shit goes out of print these days, it's really fucking out of print. You'll get a standard version like that. I think they actually sold a couple of standard versions, but to get the one with the proper bottom loaded box, I'm glad to fucking found it. This next one is another Dude Designs cover, and it's a beautiful edition of a boring film, and that is New York Ninja. The story behind this film, it's a really good thick box on it as well. The story behind this film is brilliant. The actual film itself is fucking boring, which is a shame because, I mean, it's fun, it has its moments, but it's kind of, it loses steam very quick, and it's totally incoherent. But this is like the 6-string samurai box that I got, so it clips on the side there with a magnet. And you open it, it's fucking lovely art on the inside, and you can use this little sash or whatever you want to call it here to take it out like it's a book. It says "I Love New York Ninja" on the inside there. There's like buttons and merchandise you can actually buy for the movie. Comes with its own special slip on the inside there, which is fucking nice too. It looks like M. Bison or something. And then that slides out to this Blu-ray, which is the original, well, not original, but it's made to look like old VHS artwork, say. And who did that? Kung Fu Bob did that one. So you have Kung Fu Bob and you have the Dude Designs working together on these. Kung Fu Bob seems to do a lot of the 88 stuff. They've actually changed up how they list their extras, but I suppose it's probably different on these special editions. And then on the inside you have the Blu-ray and special features, because there's a documentary on it as well. The documentary is actually decent. This book here is the story of how this film came to be, which is really fucking interesting. Written first hand by the guy who discovered it. So what happened with this film was, in short, is this guy, where is he? Is John something, I think his name is. I lost him. Well, there he is there, covered in blood. He plays the New York Ninja, and he wanted to direct this movie. He did a load of movies, I think, in Thailand. No, I could be wrong. It's somewhere. But he wanted to direct his own movie in America, so he started making this movie, and then it just got stopped. It just finished existing, and it was cancelled and left behind, and no one ever thought of it ever again until the lads of Vinegar Syndrome. They just bought a whole load of old fucking warehouse stock, and they found the canisters which contained this film. All that they had was the recorded footage. There was nothing edited on it. There was no sound on it. A lot of people in it, they don't even know who the fuck they are. But it was also just done guerrilla style in New York. So, like, the footage of New York is fucking brilliant in it. Really sleazy shithole fucking 80s New York. By the way, this is 1984 this happened. So, nearly 30 years, or more than 30 years, is it? Is my brain farting? Yeah, more than 30, like 35 years. 35 years later it was discovered, and the lads of Vinegar Syndrome said, right, we have this movie, we don't want to let it just disappear, we want to preserve these, because they're film preservationists at heart. So what they did was they edited it together, and they got some of the talents that they had working with them in other Vinegar Syndrome titles, so I'll get all the names here. John Liu is actually the guy who's New York Ninja, but they have the likes of, if I can find the names now, Don the Dragon Wilson, Linnea Quigley, Michael Berryman, where am I? Vince Merduco, he's in LA Wars actually. Matt Mittler, sorry. Leon Isaac Kennedy, Ginger Lynn Allen, who I think is a porn actress, and Cynthia Rothrock, who's done a good few of the Vinegar Syndrome releases at this stage. So they actually did all the dubbing for it, and it's really like, I mean, it's one thing to say it feels like an 80s film. It is an 80s film, but even the audio, everything about it feels authentically cheap and 80s. The problem with the film is, after the first 20 minutes or so, it becomes a bit fucking boring. It's basically him doing the exact same ninja moves and throwing lumps of fucking flour in people's face for the majority of the movie. But there's also this insane plot of this toxic waste killer guy. I can't remember his name. It's probably not Toxic Waste. But all of this shit's kind of going on. It feels like a trauma film that's not very fun. I think the story behind it, the documentary is good, as I said. It kind of goes through it. It's actually better illustrated in the book than it is in the documentary. But it goes through all of this and explains everything that happened. And I think all that's fascinating. And it's a nice collector's item. But I don't think it lives up to the hype. Considering the amount of ninja films that have come out that are really fun and have a lot more going on in them, this just feels like a bit of a waste. That said, getting to actually see grimy fucking guerrilla footage of New York and all the shit that goes on in it is a nice fucking bonus. And also, I should mention, this is the very first VSP, which I'm trying to remember what that stands for now. I can't think of it at the moment, but Vinegar Syndrome have basically started doing their own, maybe it's Vinegar Syndrome Productions, I don't know, but this and another movie they have coming out called The Scary of 61st, I think that's what it's called, some new modern horror movie. They're basically getting movies shot on film that have never been released, or new movies that are shot on film that are due to be released, and they're doing the special editions of them. So this is their own exclusive label. They're not just releasing someone else's film. This is essentially their own films that they're releasing. So this is technically a 2021 film, even though it was made in the 80s, but it was never released until then. And it is worth seeing. It's worth seeing for the kind of historical factor, but I thought it could have been more fun. But this is a fucking lovely edition either way. Another box set, which I have here, is the Rudy Ray Moore box set. Now, I bought two of these. I actually bought the box on its own, which was very nice that they're selling, because these are 4 movies that they've already released. And you can either buy the box set with the 4 movies in it, or you can just buy the box on its own. Now, I had 2 of the movies, so I bought the last 2 and this. But it is a fucking beautiful box set. Really good quality, proper, like, hard box on it. I like these top-loaded ones as well. But if you remember my last video, try to get this off now. So there's stars all around it, because he is a star. If you slide them out, you get the 4 movies. So I talked before about Dolomite, and obviously this inspired the recent Eddie Murphy movie Dolomite Is My Name, all about the creation of this movie. And I talked about The Human Tornado, which is the last one I got. But I never talked about Petey Wheatstraw, which is one that Red Letter Media did as well. And this is essentially a horror movie that he did, where I think he plays the devil, or no, I think he's killed and brought back as some sort of deadly character. I'm not really sure. It sounds like fucking hilarious, ridiculous nonsense, but it looks a lot of fun. And there's the Vinegar Syndrome's own artwork is kind of basic on the inside there, but I obviously love the original. And that comes with the DVD as well. So I thought, fuck it, I want to have all 4 of them anyway. I was planning to get the 2 of these, but this was just an added bonus to actually have a savage box of them rather than just have them separately. His last movie here is Disco Godfather. Again, another blaxploitation, action, mad comedy, nonsense comedy movie. And again, like, without Rudy Ray Moore, even though you have the likes of Black Dynamite, which kind of lampooned all the blaxploitation movies of the day, because of Rudy Ray Moore, this is where you get the sort of iconic silliness which they just amplified for Black Dynamite. Like, without this, you wouldn't have the same essence in Black Dynamite. So just fucking great crack. I've yet to get through them, and I'm looking forward to getting through them. I've only seen bits of each. They all look like fucking great crack. Bit annoying that that's red compared to the rest of them, but fuck it. But still, absolutely lovely fucking box set. I think the box itself was £7, which is fucking pretty good considering. I wish a lot more places would do that, where they would just release boxes for sets that you might have already, if you need to fucking get them all on their own. But this, very fucking nice. Okay, let's see what else. I've actually got so much piled here, it's hard to get through. Oh yeah, so this is actually one that I only watched last night and I thought it was quite enjoyable. And I remember the 90s VHS. I don't know, was there ever a fucking DVD of it? I think there was a DVD of it actually, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But either way, here it is. Ticks. This is actually a 4K version, fucking really nice HDR 4K at that as well. Dude Designs did this artwork as well. There's Alfonso Ribeiro, who plays Carlton in Fresh Prince, trying to play a fucking tough guy in this, and it's hysterical how untough he is. And there's a young Seth Green as well. That's a new artwork. This is the artwork everyone probably remembers if they know the movie. It's pretty iconic there. On the back here as well, you have Clint Howard's face fucking bulging with ticks. They actually did no makeup for that. And if you open it here, now again, bit disappointing that the same artwork is on from there to here. There's the Blu-ray of it and the 4K. It's really fucking nice edition. All the extras as well, it's pretty cool. They actually got the director and Tony Randall and Clint Howard back to do commentary and all sorts on it, so it was pretty extensive. Usually they're sort of related people to the films, but they rarely actually get the fucking main director or whatever. I suppose on more known films I should say, because usually if it's a film where someone famous is in it, say fucking Bruce Willis was in it, they wouldn't have Bruce Willis brought back there because he's a miserable cunt. But really fucking nice edition. I watched it last night. I thought it was fucking great crack. It's gloopy, fucking silly, pretty violent enough creature fun. The effects are actually brilliant in it. Really, really strong effects. Way better than I thought they would have been. I thought it was going to be more puppety shite, but it's actually, I don't know whether it's animatronics or what. Some of it's stop motion, I know. But it's actually really fucking good fun. And a really nice edition of it as well. So usually their 4Ks just come in this kind of box, but they've added these sort of bigger boxes, and I like the little kind of area to grip here. I thought it was only Scanner Cop that had that in my last video, but yeah, very fucking nice, very good fun as well. Another one, this is actually the same kind of box as Scanner Cop, now that I mention it, and this was a big one for a lot of people, and I know that the rights for this and his other films, I'll show it to you. Flesh for Frankenstein. Paul Morrissey, who I'm not really familiar with his stuff anyway, but he did 2 movies. He did Flesh for Frankenstein and he did Blood for Dracula. Or, yeah, I'm pretty sure Paul Morrissey did them, but I know Andy Warhol wrote the 2 of them. Blood for Dracula was released, same kind of special edition for Severin Films, and this was done in partner with this release, which is weird. I would have liked to have to do them on this. Blood for Dracula is apparently an amazing release as well, but this is Vinegar Syndrome's Flesh for Frankenstein one, which is as manky as it looks there. So this was actually a 3D movie. So what's fucking very interesting about this is you got Flesh for Frankenstein in 3D. I don't know whether that's new or old artwork. It's fucking nice artwork though. Proper old school spooky 3D shit going on there. You slide it out, a tit on a plate. I think it's meant to be fairly goofy at the same time. There's all the gory mad shit on the back. Ooh, on the inside. So this comes with old school 3D glasses for you to watch it, and this plays on any TV. Flesh for Frankenstein 3D glasses, which is fucking slick as hell. I stuffed them in there, and then on the inside obviously is the same artwork on the other side. But what's interesting about this is, so you have the 3D edition on Blu-ray, and you can either play it as a 3D version that plays on a 3D TV, or you can use those glasses to watch it on any TV, which is a very nice inclusion, because I thought, well, I don't have a 3D, I have a 3D player, but I don't have a 3D TV and I'm never going to get one, so it felt like a bit of a waste. But the fact that I actually get to watch it in old school 3D is pretty cool. And here's the 4K. Now apparently they've had to but they're sending out replacement discs because there's apparently some issue with the 4K. I don't know what it is. I don't mind though, I can wait. But really fucking nice edition, and again more titsy artwork on the front there. Mostly the same art in the back. And there's the 4K and the normal Blu-ray, and on the inside I think again, that's the same sort of artwork on the outside. So plenty of artwork to choose from, which I like. But these are fucking seriously nice editions. Very similar to the Scanner Cop box set, as I said. And very cool to have the 3D on a TV where it won't be 3D. Or on a non-3D TV, I should say. But really nice edition. I would like to have it paired up with that Blood for Dracula one, so I'll probably end up seeking that out at some stage. Right, getting through these fairly quick. This is the only one that doesn't have a slip on it, so I'll talk about that now. It's one of their very, very early releases, as you can tell by the box. It says 2013. I think that's when the DVD might have been done, or it could have been the Blu-ray as well. It's hard to know. But Massage Parlour Murders. So again, I knew actually fucking nothing about it. I just saw it was going dirt cheap and thought, that sounds fucking good. It's meant to be a really scuzzy fucking old school grindhouse movie. Came out a booklet which I thought was nice. And on the inside, oh shit, that's the same kind of poster as well. For every time I look at it, I think I have it upside down, but she's actually hanging upside down in the picture. But it's meant to be a really grimy fucking nasty 70s New York movie, so I am all the way fucking in. Hopefully good footage of the city. And this is just notes on the restoration and more info on the inside, which I wasn't expecting to get purely because Massage Parlour Hookers. Purely because these older editions tend to just they be as basic as possible. So there's the DVD and the Blu-ray, same artwork. Who knows, down the line, I'd say they probably, as far as I know, they used to not release slipcovers, but I'd say down the line they will release a slipcover for this, and I'll pick it up if it's good. But yeah, that's another blind buy. Most of these are blind buys, as I say. Right, try to get through the rest. There's so many piled on top of each other here. I'm trying not to knock over. Well, I'm getting through these quicker than I did the fucking first video anyway. Okay, there we go. This one is special. This was something that they had rumoured, and when I heard they rumoured it, I said, I am getting it immediately because I fucking love this movie. And that is Ebola Syndrome. Now, I have it in one of their protective cases, which I've got a whole pile of them there. I need to actually start using them. But I wanted to just test out if it fit, and it does. So that's how these protective cases work, which are really nice. But yeah, Ebola Syndrome. This film is one of the most fucked up films you'll ever see. I have the other release from Unearthed Films, I think it is, of The Untold Story, which is another Anthony Wong crazy fucking Hong Kong splatter movie. This one, though, is just off the fucking wall. It features himself there, who murders his fucking landlord and goes on the run, and then while he's hiding out in another country, he rapes someone, gets Ebola, realises that he's asymptomatic, but he can still spread it to everyone, and then he starts spreading it around as much as possible, basically for the crack, while murdering a bunch of people. It is just fucking bananas. I've never seen anything like it. And then The Untold Story is, again, the same vein as this, insane, cannibalistic lunacy. Only that just has a more really downbeat, fucked up ending. This is a lot more on the fun side, if you can call it that. That's the original artwork there, I remember. There was a DVD release of the uncut version, because this was shredded, absolutely fucking shredded with censorship. Nearly all the gore and violence was cut out of it, and even then it was still crazily violent and gory. But what happened was the DVD got released, but when you look at it, let's say someone's being killed, the footage turns almost yellow because it was from old film elements reinserted into it. This is a 4K Blu-ray remaster, or no, actually it's a full 4K Ultra HD remaster. Comes with a Blu-ray as well of the movie, completely uncut, slightly longer too, because they got a full master of it, so there's like extra frames of violence and everything. So it's the ultimate fucking version of this movie. It is demented, and I absolutely love it. I never thought that the day would come where I get a special edition 4K of it, but here we are. I should put this thing on correctly. There you go. They click in really nice as well. Ooh, that'll come at the bottom here. Fuck, I'll deal with that in 3 minutes. But yeah, absolutely fucking class. I haven't wrapped up any of these other ones, as I said, but this should be good crack anyway. Nothing Underneath, which is a sort of Italian giallo, I think, with an American twist, as far as I know. So I think it's an American-made movie in Italy, something like that. And Too Beautiful to Die is actually the sequel. There is a third one as well. I don't know much about it, but these two are apparently back-to-back sequels. I think kind of only in mild relation. But I fucking love that artwork. Absolutely fucking deadly. Donald Pleasance is it, but I think it's to do with some sort of fashion model murderer type. And I like the way it does this bonus feature thing. I think the Candy Tangerine Man did similar. And there's all the information on the two of them. But if you go on the other side, Too Beautiful to Die, and it also has a little bonus feature at the bottom there. But I much prefer this artwork on the front here. It's proper old school Giallo look. Looks like it could be good crack. Again, it was one of their newer releases that just came out, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to pick that up. It looks pretty cool. Again, these special editions are just the most basic movies, but they're fucking presented so fucking well, so it makes it all the more worth it. I like the way the blood's all shiny on that too. I don't know if you can see, but really nice edition. Hopefully the flicks live up to the look of them. This one gave me quite a laugh when I opened it. I absolutely love this movie. It is fucking demented angst. The artwork I wasn't sure on because I'm usually used to the other artwork, but that's on the inside, thankfully. This film is fucking insane. It is so bleak and so visually amazing. I remember there's a camera technique known as a snorri cam, where the camera is attached to the person and the camera is facing them. So when they're walking around, the camera is attached to them. It gives a sort of drunk, sort of out of body, strange vibe. And this is the only movie I've ever seen it where the person has that attached to them while it's spinning around them, and he's bumping into the camera, running around this place. And I was just looking at it going like, that is technically mind blowing. This is a fucking bleak fucking movie though, and really impressive, really short too. It just gets right to the point. There's no messing around with it. And Gaspar Noé absolutely loves it. I think he had, because I know at the start of Climax he had all his like favourite movies visible. I think this might have been one of them. But there's some images on the back, and this one I like to point out. So all this transfers out. They're probably, because it's a high definition transfer, I have a feeling they'll probably end up getting a 4K release of this at some stage, but I'm glad to actually have it. But you see all the images on the back here, just madness, danger, chaos. And then you slide the disc out, or the box out. That's kind of the artwork I've always recognised, his fucked up head looking at you. And he's actually in Das Boot. You recognise him in that if you've seen it. And then on the back there, more images of fucked up stuff going on. Unsettling, weird shit. This is one of the old school boxes too that clips on the side. American releases always have that shit. There's the disc showing again, grim imagery, and here, blood splatter. And then on the back, a wee dog. And that's why I fucking love this edition, because it just has that friendly little face looking at you. After all that. But yeah, again, this is like loaded with interviews and behind the scenes footage and all. And I know there was an extended opening sequence that used to be aired on TV, which I think is included. Yes. Am I blind? Yes, it has a with or without the opening scene, so you can actually watch the full extended version. But I know a release years ago had this. There's a murder in a sort of tunnel, and it's so fucking grim. But whatever way they mastered it, it was too dark. You couldn't really actually see what was going on. But apparently they fixed it up for this edition, so this is all the grim glory, perfectly visible. So an amazing film, which doesn't seem to actually no, it does have a release in Germany under the title Schizophrenia. But it has no English subtitles, so this is the only version with English subtitles at the moment, and it's well worth picking up. Once I saw it was on sale there, I said I just had to pick it up. The next film is Creature. I know very little about it other than the fact it was an 80s alien ripoff, as there was plenty, and apparently it looks fucking great. It's meant to be, it was very low budget, but apparently very solid. And I think there's 2 cuts on it. Oh, that was probably tight in there. Yeah, you can see they're really going for the alien image. It just looks all gloopy and blue and cool. And I don't know if it's a 4K. I think it's scanned from 4K. That's what it is. And there's the original director's cut, I think, was called the Titan Find, and they ended up finding all those elements. So the director's cut is on here as well. I don't know which cut would be the better one to watch. So if anyone knows, let me know. But there's the other artwork on the inside there, which looks a bit gammy, but I think it's cool. I just like that artwork the best. But the fact that it has this director's cut that was originally never found. Also, I should mention Tix There's 2 deleted scenes. Now, they're just story scenes. There's no extra gore or anything like that. But they were considered lost for years and were restored, so it's nice to have a director's cut of Ticks that never existed, and then there's a director's cut of this that never existed available now. So that'll be a fucking good one to watch. This I'd wanted to see for a long time. This isn't the actual title of it, so I'll just warn you up front. This is called Heavy Trip, but by the cover it's called Impaled Rectum, and it's basically a piss take on black metal, which I'm always happy to have, because black metal, as much as I enjoy the music, deserves to have the piss taken out of it at every fucking corner. It's normally known as Heavy Trip, but this is made to look like their album cover. So Impaled Rectum, is the band, and there's all their song titles on the back. There's a fucking Jägermeister label. That's the normal cover, which I'd always seen, which I think, I don't know, it kind of makes it look a lot I know it's a goofy comedy anyway, but it makes it look even goofier somehow. Again, this is from, I think, Music Box Presents, might be, I'm not too sure. I have another one from them now, which I'll show you now in a sec. But these are just one of the sister pages of Music Box Selects, that's what it is. These are one of the partner groups for Vinegar Syndrome, and on the inside you have the original or the Impaled Rectum cover again. But this is supposed to be fucking great crack. I'd wanted to see it for a good long while, and then when I saw this release I said, Jesus, I'm going to pick that up. It looks like a lot of fun. I think it's Norwegian, but they go to America to try to get fame. Looks like fun. So I'll give that a go. Where's that other one? Yeah, this is the other Music Box one of a movie that I love, which I watched 2 or 3 years ago when it came out, and it only ever had a DVD release, which is annoying. So when I saw the Blu-ray I said I have to fucking pick that up, and that is Beats. It's a Scottish movie set in the 90s, and it's all about when there was a ban put on essentially raves, and it's about these 2 teenage mates. One of them is, I suppose, more middle class, the other one is like from the shithole area, and they're best mates since they were younger, but they kind of have a bit of a forbidden friendship because like their parents disagree with them hanging out. And it's about the 2 of them and their love of rave music, trying to find this underground rave. And there's some of the bands that have music in it, so you've got Prodigy, LFO, Liquid, 69, or not 69, they're a band, but they're part of the posters. And you slide it out. Again, the poster almost doesn't look like a limited edition. It looks like a standard Blu-ray. That's what Heavy Trip feels like. But there's the 2 lads, and Steven Soderbergh produced it. I forgot about that. The whole movie's in black and white, except little hints of colour throughout it, which Schindler's List kind of thing. But the fact that this didn't get a proper fucking release in the UK or over here is a crime. This deserves a proper Blu-ray, so I had to pick it up. And again, another movie with an unfair 18 cert over here anyway. I think because they say cunt a few times, so they're like, oh, it has to be 18. I'm like, this is one of the most good-natured, friendly movies out there, so I don't know why they did that. This should have just been released as a 15 so everyone can see it, and I should have got a Blu-ray, but this is a lovely edition for Music Box Films. Glad to fucking have it. I don't know what the extras are though. I should really look into that. This one should be interesting. And I really like how they did this cover as well. Tough Guys Don't Dance. Norman Mailer directed it. Ryan O'Neill and Isabella Rossellini are in it. Or is that fucking, what's his face from Vice Squad? That's the scumbag. I can't think of his name. I think it is him. But this is made to look like a novel. I think Norman Mailer actually did novels before. Maybe that's what it is. But it's made to look like a crime novel. Canon Films produced it. And all the reviews on the back are both good and terrible, and it's probably accurate. Talking about how shit it is. And because this is meant to be one of the best, worst movies out there. I've only ever seen that clip of Ryan O'Neill receiving bad news while he's standing on a cliffside. And it's one of the most infamous, awful fucking videos, or I should say, infamous, awful clips that have ever come out about a movie. And it's just hysterically bad. Apparently the movie is a pretty fucking violent and grim crime movie at the same time, so it's kind of ticking all the boxes for me. Fun, trash and violence is just perfect. I have to say, is that the fucking guy Wings Hauser, that's who I'm thinking of. And Lawrence Tierney's in this as well. So I wonder did he get on with anybody. But this is just meant to be one of the quintessential good bad movies, and it's meant to be fucking nuts. So I am all the way in. Reaching the end of this fucking video now because I'm just getting through the last of these. There's so many. I was more organised before, I promise. Yes, this one I'm really excited to fucking watch. Dario Argento's Trauma. Apparently, I know this had a DVD release, but apparently people weren't expecting this to get a 4K restoration. I don't know if I think it's a normal Blu-ray, but this is one of his, or considered to be his last good movie. This came out in, I think, 93, and after that everyone was just like, yeah, he's gone off the fucking rails, which in a lot of ways he has. But this is considered to be the last good Argento film, properly presented, fully uncut in 4K. You cannot go wrong. There's the artwork I've always known. I know there was an American, I think there was a Blu-ray years ago. I feel like I've seen this cover on a Blu-ray years ago, but I think this is a new transfer, so you can't go wrong. Yeah, it's 4K transfer and completely uncut. Seems to be loaded with extras as well. One of the few of his films I haven't seen, so I'm delighted to fucking have this and get to see it in the best possible way. And there's interviews with Argento on it as well, so it's properly good extras with it too. Delighted this fucking came out from them because it's a beautiful edition, and like that's what I mean. All these artworks and everything else are just top quality, so excited to fucking give that a look. What else we got? Right, there's only a few left. So next is Resurrection. I'd only heard about this a few years ago. It was one of the Seven rip-offs, because when Seven came out, all these movies tried to do this really grimy, fucked up, what would be the word? I can't even think of it. I suppose gothic imagery, but with really disturbing crime scenes and just downbeat, mean-spirited fucking detective stuff. This is one with Christopher Lambert in it though, so that's a thumbs up for me. I'd heard about it. I never thought I'd get a chance to see it, and then I saw these were doing a proper special edition of it, and it's meant to be a pretty fucking nasty serial killer thriller, and it just has me on board, so definitely going to give that a fucking look soon. Again, been wanting to see it for years, and now I have it. All kinds of shit going on the back there. Russell Mulcahy did it as well, or I don't know how you say his name, but he did Highlander, so again, that's enough to fucking sell me. Leland Orser's in it as well. Always plays a fucking weirdo. David Cronenberg is in it, and as I said, Christopher Lambert's in it, so that's a big sell. But I am all the way in on this, and if that image doesn't sell it to you, I don't know what the fuck will. Probably going to be a lot of weird religious shit. Because that's another thing as well. All these movies had like 7 Deadly Sins, wannabe shit. Like that piece of shit movie, The Four Horsemen, tried to do the same thing. Shit, what's left? I thought I got down through them all, have I? Oh, I have. I've got 2 left. So, the last 2 are... this is one of the Fun City Editions releases. Rancho Deluxe. It's one they only brought out recently, but just every little thing about this just sold me. I said, I have to fucking get this movie. I didn't hear about it before. But, what you have is... There's the original artwork for it too. It's a sort of stoner comedy, but it's Jeff Bridges, where he's basically playing the dude before he played the dude. Sam Waterston is in it, and Harry Dean Stanton is in it, and also the legendary Joe Spinell has a role in it too. So this is just 70s fucking legends in the 70s in a fucking old school 70s stoner comedy. This just sounds fucking quality, and there's more original artwork on the back. All the Fun City Edition stuff so far has been deadly. I really wish I got the slip covers with other ones, but this one I was lucky to get it before it went out of print, which it did. And there's more interviews with Jeff Bridges and stuff as well, so it's a proper really good edition. But this went out of print at that sale, so I actually got one of the last ones, and I'm fucking delighted about that. But really cool artwork as well, and just sounds like great fucking fun, so I'm happy. I'm pretty sure this is the last one, but I just want to be absolutely certain. Let's see. Yeah, here we are at the very end, and it's one that I actually threw at the end of the sale in general because I ended up getting everything for a bit cheaper. I thought, fuck it, I'll get one more. And I'd heard this has amazing grimy 70s 35mm New York footage, so I was like, give me that. And it's a movie called Killer's Delight, and I absolutely love that fucking artwork too. It's really intense. It sounds very similar to Hitcher in the Dark, which is another Vinegar Syndrome one I got, which was pretty decent. About a guy who goes around in a van killing people, usually women, and I think it's either the woman trying to escape or him being pursued. I'm not 100%. Even the cover is very similar. Great fucking artwork too. It's one of those ones that just doesn't make any sense, but is class. But yeah, this... Oh no, it's California. Sorry, 70s California. I am on board to watch that old, grimy, glorious footage, perfectly remastered in 4K. And then, looking here, The Sport Killer was the original title for it. And then The Killer's Delight, I think, was the new one. Or it could be the other way around. But I just have to have that artwork on the front. It sounds wild. It's probably wild. I am all the way fucking in for it. And again, I mean, I still have a pile of the Vinegar Syndrome shit to get through. I still haven't done it. So I'm just inundated with Vinegar Syndrome releases to get through. But this is all pretty much all special editions I got this time. Compared to last time where I got a lot of the back catalogue, this is all new stuff. And it all looks fucking deadly. So, I hope you got through that good enough. That was actually longer than I thought it was going to be. 40 minutes. Not as bad. I suppose I had about fucking 20 more movies to get through the last time. But thanks for watching. And go buy lots and lots of fucking movies. Especially for Vinegar Syndrome. Thank you.